What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eye Bri back to talk about this theory that I have about Heath and what's up with Heath. A lot of people ask about where is Heath and when is he going to come back. So here's my theory. Obviously, spoiler warning, if you don't want to know this information, stop watching now. I don't want to ruin anything for you. But for those who want to know, here we go. Now, Heath is kind of a lackluster character on the show. Much better in the comics. The actor, Corey Hawkins, has been involved with a lot of different things. Heath has been there, but not really been there for a lot of the series. The comic connection is there, but it's terrible. Basically, I don't know how else to say it. Heath is not really doing much on the show because the actor has had so many other things going on that he hasn't been able to do it. It's a bad casting because the actor is a good actor, Corey Hawkins, but he's just not involved with the show. I wish he was, and hopefully he will be down the road. But the last time we saw him, it was here in Season 7, basically the Tara episode where we meet Oceanside. And Heath left us a clue, well, the writers left us a clue, linking when we will most likely see him again. And we'll talk about that in a second. But what do you think of Heath? Post your comments below. What do you think of the character? Now, we had the Tara episode, which to me, Tara has grown as a character. I do like her. I like Alana Masterson. She's, done a lot for the show, more than I ever would have thought. But the connection was Oceanside. I like that. I like to see Oceanside. Hopefully they come back around. Hopefully Cindy becomes a big part of the show or even another part of the show. But I have a feeling that she's not going to come back around, and Oceanside served their purpose already with the guns. Even though Cindy is a good shot and they can use her, with the group to fight the saviors in the distance, in a battle or something, she is an asset, and I think should be a good addition for the show, for the team. But part of me feels that The Walking Dead is done with Oceanside. Their part was to give them the guns. They did, and now they're done. All right, now let's look at the clues about Heath and what he gave us. Now, clearly his glasses are there on the ground. He had some physical altercation that got knocked off his face or something happened there. So he doesn't have his glasses. So obviously his vision will be impaired. He won't be able to see very clear, and maybe he's seeing things or not sure if he's seeing a walker talk or not, or something in the distance or whatever. Then the RV is gone. You kind of hauled butt out of the grass there and, clearly left in a hurry. Then we see the white card at the bottom. Now, would Heath have the card? Would it make sense? Is it a key code? Is it just something written on there? What does it make of it? Now, obviously, it's a PPP or a DDD or something if she's looking at it upside down. But the PPP is something a lot of people have talked about since Season 7. Right here, right there on the card. Now, it doesn't matter the card. I guess it matters of the PPP reference. And people are like, what does that mean? Who cares? Isn't anything? Scott Gimple's the only one that knows. But if you look at the dynamics, note velocity, PPP at the very top is the voice of whispering. That cannot just be a coincidence, right? Scott M. Gimple knows what he's doing. He likes to throw these little tidbits in there. PPP equals whispering. Whispering. The whispers. The whispers. Yes, so I would think clearly there is a connection that was left after Heath left. So PPP connects whispers with the show, The Whispers. So Heath will most likely come back to introduce the big bad, the villain after Negan is The Whispers. So let's talk about The Whispers for a second. For those who don't know, they look like the comic image on the left, the drawing. It looks pretty similar to the walkers that Heath and Tara saw. Is that foreshadowing? Is that clearly a message? I think so. A lot of people were thinking this is the Whispers because the Whispers are regular human beings that wear walker skins over top of their skin. Now, if you follow the comics, the Whispers, the first initial introduction of them is in issue 130. They're in issue 115, 116 on the comic at the start of episode 801, season 8. So they have a while to get to issue 130. So that would either be the end of season 8 or the beginning of season 9, depending on how they want to introduce it. So my hypothesis is basically a scene like this, where Heath would be the person with the pillow at the very bottom, talking to the doctor, talking to Maggie or Rick or somebody saying, we got to go back out. We got to find this person. They're dangerous. The dead were talking. They were whispering and basically freaking out because he came back and he was alive, but he passed out or he was in danger or something, or he was wounded and Heath could be freaking out just like this, and you see Maggie, Carl, and Rick. And I just see it happening something like this, where Heath ran into the Whisperers on his own or helped someone or saved someone and gets back and he's freaking out at what he saw and he tells everyone about it, is basically what I see happening. So the Whisperers are a group like this where they wear walker flesh and skins over their skin, so they blend in with the walkers and they hide in there and they're hidden so they can be in there and whisper. So if there's a herd of walkers, the Whisperer would blend in with the walkers among them. The person would think that's only walkers and they wouldn't be in danger of a person, and the Whisperer could still attack them and it would blend in. And it's a weird tactic, but it works. The Whisperers are definitely coming to the show. It's just a matter of when. I would think season 9. But as for Heath, I think he got away in the RV, ran into the Whisperers, came back, survived, and will introduce the group as saying, we got a problem, guys. Let me tell you what we got. Now, there's always the Morgan theory that Morgan saw the Whisperers and he was seeing them, but maybe Morgan runs in to Heath and he believes the story, that he's like, yeah, I saw this group a while back in Georgia, people wearing dead people's faces. Sounds just like the Whisperers. This is when Rick and Morgan was Crazy Morgan, and Rick was talking to him, and he says this. So people were like, oh my God, Morgan saw the Whisperers. Maybe it's foreshadowing. Maybe he saw them. Maybe he was going nuts. I don't know. That would be a good connection if Morgan saved Heath or found Heath. So there you go, guys. That's my theory of Heath introducing the Whisperers at the end of season 8 or season 9. I don't know a time frame yet, but that's what I would think would be the best storyline and setting up for season 9 of the season 8 finale, where Heath comes back and says, we got a problem, guys. There's this group out there, or there's people dressing up as walkers and they whisper and the dead speak. So that would be kind of crazy. I think that would be the best, or that's the beginning of season 9, whatever they decide to do. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Check out my books on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. And if you have picked up the books, guys, if you can do me a favor, do an Amazon review or review online to kind of get a little more preference of, good reviews on the book. We'll bring up the search on there, help me out a lot. So books 1, 2, and 3, The Beginning, Reunited, and Refuge is in the works now. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter at the PT channel. We post up all the time, online, YouTube, Instagram, all over. Join the group, the Walking Dead community, the Facebook page, and the group. All are welcome. And if you can, guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers to get that silver play button. Stay in the know by subscribing. You guys are awesome, and thank you for watching.